It's a pleasure to welcome for the first time on our post-game show Jamarius Burton, freshman from North Carolina, at 16 points tonight, did a lot of things well. And how important was it for you just to get out there against somebody else and just get that feel of playing in an actual game situation?
I thought it was very important, not only for me but for my teammates, to just be able to go out there, experience a big crowd, and just get their jitters out and just try to pull out a win. And
you mentioned the crowd and the jitters. Obviously, knowing about the crowds here, I'm sure was part of the reason you came here.
Yes, sir.
But you have to kind of experience it to really become used to it.
Oh, yes, sir. For me, though, personally, I tried not to look at the crowd the whole time. So that kind of helped me not be nervous out there and just give it all I got.
Played the point guard, played the off guard, and even took the ball inside a couple times. Looked like you felt very comfortable regardless of what was asked of you.
Yes, sir.
Jamarius, you were a late signee, if you will, and I know you were recruited heavily and then were injured as a junior. Some people backed off of you, and it seems like from things I've read that you felt like maybe you were disrespected a little bit, under-recruited, like you have some things to prove, which just fits right in with what this program's been over the years.
Oh, yes, sir. I felt like that my recruitment did go down because of my injury that I experienced, but I looked at my injury as an opportunity, and Wichita coming in was just a blessing. It was the right time, and I'm just glad to be here.
Jamarius, to improve your game and the team's game, what do you think some of the things are that you need to work on? Because your stat sheet looks good. You shot the ball well. You shot the ball from the free throw line well. You rebounded well. What types of things can you do to make you a better player for this team?
I think just me making sure that we're executing better. I felt like we didn't execute to the best of our abilities. So just me going out there and making sure guys is in the right place would be beneficial to the team. And I feel like if I just work on my defense more, be a guy that can be thrown at the team's best player to slow him down, that'll be beneficial for the ball club.
Paul Sulentrop wrote a really nice complimentary article about you and the fact that you've got innate leadership skills. Leadership. Talk a little bit about your leadership and how you can take charge of a team.
The biggest thing for me is try to lead by example. You know, I'm not a big fan of people just telling me and drilling me all the time, you know. So my thing is I just try to go out there and lead by example, because if they see me going hard, then they're going to follow in pursuit.
You know, a lot of you are brand new to this program, but it was interesting to me to see some of the chatter on social media, even through the summer and so forth. It seemed like you guys did a lot to form a bond and to start becoming teammates before you ever even arrived here, and that's kind of unusual.
Yes, sir. We feel like that because we're so new and that everybody comes from various places, that the best thing for us is just to try to build that chemistry. So we've been trying to do any and everything on our off time when we're not on the court to try to build that chemistry.
How's the transition been away from home, here with and now in front of the fans, but here with your teammates? How's the transition been for you?
The transition hasn't been that hard because I consider my teammates my brothers now. You know, I'm going to be with them for a couple years, hopefully 4 years. So I just feel like they my brothers, and anything I need, I can rely on them.
Well, this was a tune-up. Now it all starts for real next week. I'm sure that you're anxious to get that process going.
Yes, sir. I'm anxious to try to get better. That's what we're striving for, just to get better.
Well, great start tonight. Thanks for spending some time with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Jamarius Burton, our star of the game, presented